Jim, let's talk about Netflix. Their fourth quarter numbers came in much better than expected. The stock is flying. You and I talked about Netflix, I want to say a few months ago when the company had guided down.
70 points ago, which was good.
And you had even said at that time, listen, I love the product.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it all the way up, and then I liked it down 100 from its peak, which wasn't good enough. I didn't, if you followed me consistently, I liked it, and then I blew it for the last 100, and then it came back in when they did the Disney deal, because I just bought a TV for my dad, and it was just remarkable. He said, listen, I want Netflix in, and I said, Dad, all TVs come with Netflix.
I remember you saying that. You're like, the
all
icon
TVs come with Netflix. I mean,
like,
that's incredible. You buy a TV, it comes with Netflix, and that's obvious. That's a very big change. That alone could be why they had 2 million streaming, 2 million additions, because your new TV, the new iteration of TV, the 60 inchers, the 50 inchers, the 4, they all have Netflix built in. And I think that was integral to why, that's why I said, listen, you got to buy Netflix.
A lot of people talked about Amazon, and Amazon had the new Amazon Prime where you could download movies on your Kindle, which we love Kindle.
Right.
But the problem with Amazon was the content, and that's where Netflix, they've got original programming coming up.
Yes,
and
I think Arrested Development's going to be very big. House of Cards. I think that what people have to recognize is that there is a distinguishing characteristic of Netflix. It's for younger people. And I think that, let me finish my thesis here. My birthday's coming up. Okay, so I tell my daughter I want to get the box set of Sons of Anarchy. And she goes, Dad, I'm no longer going to buy those because it's on Netflix. I checked this on Netflix.
Box set.
Right. The box set is no. It's now Netflix. And I think that's the younger generation speaking. Now, I like Netflix, but I like the DVD product. I've learned to stream. But when the streaming thing comes right in your clicker, and people who haven't bought a TV don't know this, and they have all those things that they paid up for, like Disney, and they don't have to do an equity offering, said point blank in the conference call, and you do not have to be hidebound to when cable runs a show. You can watch it at your own, and you can binge, which was Netflix's, that's Reed Hastings' famous comment. Then the stock makes a lot of sense. Now, does it make a sense up 70?
That was
that's
the
a
question.
short squeeze. That's
it's
a short
up 38%.
Right. I mean, I was talking to David Faber, and we both said there's a lot of people who were negative on it, and they felt they could cover on the soon-to-do equity offering because they need to raise so much money. And they point blank said, listen, we're not going to do an equity offering. We don't have to do a convertible bond offering. We can go borrow money. It's kind of like Amazon. You can go borrow money. It's like a Bernanke story in that sense. So, I mean, there's a lot to talk about here, but the bottom line is Netflix not only not going away, but it's been rejuvenated by new TVs and by younger people who say, you know what, I'm just going to keep streaming. It's just a better way to watch TV.
Not too pricey here?
No, it's not pricey. I mean, look, I shouldn't say it's not pricey. It's got a 25% long-term growth rate and sells it at roughly, say, 55 times earnings. The growth rate's accelerating. Okay, so it might be at 30 times, and to sell at 50, it could sell it up to 60 times earnings before it's stratospheric. So, I mean, obviously the stock is. Do you come in up here? No, because it's just too high. But if it cools off, people are going to come back to it.
Okay, so it sounds like, folks, right now we've got this, aggressive short covering. It's pushed the stock way up. So you might want to hold off, put it on your radar, put your buy ticket to the side and get ready.
Right,
and
if you own it, sure, you're going to sell half because the rest of it's with Alice's money.
All right, there you go.